This is another Big Brother 27 live feed update. And on this update, I'm going to be talking about the heavily censored feeds going on this season. And all day yesterday was a prime example of this because they kept cutting, I guess you can't say to fish, they kept cutting to the oil painting constantly. Also, I'm going to talk about how Mickey, of course, played the race card when talking to Jimmy about saying that a person of color needs to be on the jury when Jimmy suggested maybe Ashley should go pre-jury. And I'm going to talk about a turn of events where Morgan was trash talking Jimmy and Rachel's latest target seems to be Adrian. But again, let's just dive a little bit more into this feed censorship. Now, the way that they've been censoring the feeds this season is that if they don't go to the oil painting, the "we'll be right back" screen, they will just abruptly interrupt a conversation and switch it, all four cameras, to a room where no one's talking about anything. And they've done that frequently, not just yesterday. Well, yesterday it was just all about going to the oil painting, "we'll be right back" screen. But throughout the season, they've been doing this. And again, ever since BBDEI, there's been an uptick in not just bigotry, for the sake of a virtue signal, but there's been an uptick in censorship. The fact that they just ended the rewind flashback feature, starting with season 25, and ending the live chat feature, which again, it's a waste of money if you're still paying for Paramount Plus to watch the feeds. And so, yeah, I think this is just a gradual walk towards them ultimately ending the live feeds, 100% concentrating on the television show, where it would just be full-fledged scripted television show posing as a reality competition show. I mean, we're pretty much there already right now, but the feeds that we do get is the only thing that keeps it from 100% being that way. And again, a lot of it is motivated by this diversity nonsense that people claim was, over with because Trump's in office. I mean, they haven't stopped the DEI bullshit anywhere. In fact, they've been trying to be slick and rename it in various other institutions. But speaking of diversity stuff, Jimmy and Mickey were having a conversation, and he was going over his list of people that he wanted to be pre-jury. Now, he did name Will, but when he named Ashley, that's when Mickey had to invoke the race card and demanded Jimmy to protect Ashley until jury because she stated, quote, "we need at least one POC on jury," suggesting that he wouldn't look good if he did that. I mean, again, in a normal season, not afraid to be called a bigot, that would be enough to not only put Ashley up, but if there's more room, put Mickey up as well. But this is what this diversity quota nonsense enables the so-called minority house guests, especially these black women. It allows them to be shamelessly bigoted and prejudiced and suggest things like that. And CBS encouraged it with season 23, obviously. And so she feel comfortable to say that. There won't be any TMZ articles written about it because, again, it's okay to be racist if you're a so-called POC. It's okay to hate men or be sexist if you're a woman. And it's okay to attack sexuality if you're part of the alphabet sex call. You know, these are the things that's unfortunately true in this society. You know, but you know, she did pitch to Jimmy that, you know, maybe Zach should go pre-jury. You know, because he's just half Filipino, so he doesn't count as a colored person on jury. You know, you see how they have that power to, you know, discount somebody because they're mixed, but they'll still claim Obama's the first black president who's mixed. And I'm sure she voted for Kamala, who's mixed as well, but not even so-called black. But let me not sidetrack too much with that. Yeah, she's looking like more and more she'll be your winner. That's the type of person they want to win. Morgan, speaking with Minky and Rachel, they had a little trash fest of Jimmy. It was mainly Morgan and Mickey. But Rachel did chime in because she's annoyed with Jimmy looking to put up Amy as a potential replacement. You know, that guaranteed vote that Rachel has that she wants to keep, that Zay highlighted, but the rest of these morons in the house seem perfectly fine, not only with making sure they get Rachel into jury, but making sure that Rachel keeps her vote in the house. And if Amy makes it to jury, that's a guaranteed vote for Rachel. You know, and Morgan is just like such a dumbass. Like, she's up here, you know, using Rachel as sort of her life coach in BB. I mean, she stated from the beginning that she wanted Rachel in the house because she would be a good coach. As if this is a coach's season and not an individual game. Just, I mean, Morgan has been really annoying. Like crying all the time while trying to act as if she's level-headed when she is the absolute opposite. You know, but it'll be interesting if Morgan trashing Jimmy gets back to him, but I don't think Mickey will say anything. Maybe Rachel will use it to her advantage. We'll see. But speaking of Rachel, she has selected who she would like to go this round, and after having a heart-to-heart with Adrian, she wants him gone. So we'll see if the one Mexican house guest in the house gets evicted, because, you know, so far what Rachel wants, she gets. So look out for Adrian eviction. You know, and there's even other house guests like Amy and Ashley talking about evicting him. But anyway, that's all I have to say for this Big Brother Live feed update. I have some other things to talk about I might make for another video. Oh yeah, I forgot that there's another episode tonight. God, I swear these episodes are always a chore to watch. Because, you know, most what they put out there is bullshit. And everybody lies in the DR. Case in point, Jimmy, when he talked about wanting to target Rachel in the first episode.